Hi everyone, this is Dr. LaFond, and I wanted to welcome all of you to Algebra 2. So I'm going to take some time here to walk you through the syllabus. And of course, this class, as I mentioned before, is Algebra 2. And I think this is a fantastic course. I've been teaching it for about 10 years, and it's really the beginning of some more advanced mathematics. Of course, it builds upon everything you've learned before. In particular, it builds upon the stuff you learned in Algebra 1. So you'll be seeing some similar topics, but in a little bit greater depth. So again, we'll be revisiting topics like quadratic equations, we're looking at inequalities, some logarithms, which might be new to you, some trigonometric functions, and also we're going to be building up your geometry knowledge as well. We'll be taking a look at some proofs, all right? Working with similar congruent figures, circles, and their parts, lines, and planes. So I think you're going to find this course to be really interesting. Like I said, I've taught it for about 10 years now, and I love it. And I'm really excited to be sharing it with you. Moving on, let's talk about the grading policy for a bit. So the grading policy we have here at Basis for our math courses are all fairly similar to each other. So mine is going to follow a very similar pattern to everybody else's math course. So looking at the percentages here, you have 85% is tests, 10% homework, and 5% participation. And let's talk about that a little bit more. So what would your typical week look like here? So here we have, I've written it right here on the right. Of course, you won't see this on your syllabus, but this is just an illustration for you. So we have, Monday through Friday here. Wednesdays is test day. And then the other days, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, you'll be earning homework and participation points. So let's take a quick look at those and how we're going to count those. Slide over here. Homework. Okay. So homework, as I mentioned before, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, we will be collecting and taking a look at your homework. And so that's 4 times. So on most weeks, we're going to be looking at 4 points per week, 1 for each day. How do you get your point for the day? Well, I'm going to be looking at some different things. So first of all, are all of the problems attempted? If you're skipping problems, you're not going to get the point. So I need to see a good faith effort on all of the questions. If you have some that are incorrect, are you making the corrections in class? Right? If you're not doing that, you will not be getting the point. Also, please make sure you do all of your work in pencil. I know some of you love pen, but pen can get very, very messy. I know I've been teaching math for a long time myself. I still make lots of mistakes. And I do all of my work in pencil because of that. And so I think that's a good habit that you need to start doing as well. So please do all of your homework in pencil. Okay? So if you do all of these things, if you attempt all the problems, do your corrections, write it in pencil, you should earn all of your points for the week. So that's an easy 100% for you. Same thing with participation. So participation, very similar deal, right? 4 days a week, so you get a point for each day, so 4 points per week. How you earn those is really simple. All you have to do is just follow the general rules and procedures of the class and make sure you're actively engaged in class, okay? So basically show up and do the work and generally follow the rules and behave. Yeah? And then that's another easy 100% you can add to your grade. I'm going to talk a little bit about, I'm going to get a little bit more specific about the rules and procedures, and so will the teacher that you have in your classroom as well. Okay, so that's how homework and participation works. Quick note about comps here. So now this class we can have a different combination of grades. So if we're looking at the 6th and 7th graders, for those you have a pre-comp that will be worth 50% of the GP3 grade. And then the comprehensive exam at the end of the year would be worth 50% of your overall final grade. 8th graders, a little bit different. Again, you have a pre-comp that's worth 30%. Now it's of your second trimester grade because you don't have grading periods anymore. And again, the comprehensive exam will be worth 50% of the overall final grade. So some general rules here. So no late work will be accepted, okay? Unless you talk to the teacher ahead of time, okay? Then it can be excused. If you do have that excused absence, I'm going to go to the other page now. You will have a week. You have 1 week. 1 week. All right, 1 week to turn that in, okay? If you miss that, if you forget about it, well, again, you won't be able to get your points back, okay? And again, if in the event of excessive missing work, if you just stop doing like homework altogether, just to warn you, your overall grade may be overridden by the homework grade so that the student receives the lower of the 2 grades. What that means is that you need to do your homework. If you don't do your homework, you may get a very low grade in the class regardless, okay? So make sure you're doing that homework. Now, if you've been in another class, math class here at Basis, you're going to find the homework to be very consistent with what you've experienced before. So we're looking at 30 problems daily from the book. And again, we talked about this previously. You must attempt every problem. You must correct your incorrect problems. And you're expected to show detailed work, all right, in order to receive credit for the assignment, okay? So you just can't write the answers, okay? And I should write that over here too, to get your homework. All right, it's another thing. All right here. Show your work. Very important, right? Don't just write the answers. Okay. And again, going back here again, please do your work in pencil. It can get very messy otherwise, okay? Again, tests occur on Wednesday. They will be cumulative, always, all right, covering potentially all topics covered in class up to the previous week. Students who are disruptive or caught using materials that are forbidden during a test will receive a 0, okay? Also, be aware that if you get a low grade on a test, and right here, 79 or lower, you're going to be required to go to student hours for that week, okay? So keep that in mind. And again, it is always your responsibility to turn in missing assignments and make up any missed test or quizzes. Okay, classroom policies. The teacher in the room will go into more depth about this, but just really briefly, again, most of these here are rules that apply across all Basis classes. So you've probably already heard all of this. So remember to speak English at all times, no food, only water in sealed containers. Bathroom, only 1 boy and 1 girl at a time. All right, only 1 boy. Oops, I'm keeping messy. 1 boy and 1 girl at a time may go to the bathroom, okay? And in addition, you're encouraged to avoid going to the bathroom during lecture time and as well as the first and last 5 minutes of class. General rules and consequences. And again, these are very basic things. be on time, be prepared, keep an organized binder, make sure you have your CJ, complete the problem set, ask questions, follow directions, work hard to stay on task. And again, I think all of you know this at this point, okay? These are very basic things, right? And again, if you are not following these basic rules, in addition to losing your participation point, there could be other consequences as well. For example, potentially, there may be a note in the CJ. You may be subject to reteaching the rule on your time. You may be excluded from group activities. Maybe your seat might be changed. And almost done. And if it's a serious problem, if it keeps on happening, you may be referred to the dean. Okay? If it's an ongoing chronic problem, I might need to send you to the dean to deal with the issue. All right, maybe a dean referral there. Okay, a quick note on academic integrity. Please do not plagiarize, all right? In math, that's typically meaning copying homework, means copying from your neighbor potentially during a test or, through some other means. So also, if you're copying from the Saxon solution manuals, copying from the internet, copying from another student, reusing your own work for multiple classes or assignments, all those are considered to be plagiarism. And at the minimum, you earn a 0 on the assignment. And in addition to that, you will be referred to the Dean of Students, right? And I will also be contacting your parents regarding that as well. All right, I consider this to be very serious, okay? So please don't do it. Please just do your own work. Don't copy from others or from other sources. General reminder, this is a kind of a basis rule. No calculators are allowed in class or on homework. Now, in Algebra 2, a little bit later on, and I will let you know when, you will be able to use some scientific calculators, but I will let you know when that's possible, though. So until then, no calculators. And then, almost done, student hours. So my student hours, once I am at basis, are written right here. However, I am not at basis right now. So instead, I'm inviting all of you to talk to me on Teams. Now, I've set up these hours such that you can contact me when you're at home. So I'm looking at Monday and Tuesday from 5 to 7 p.m. Okay, so I will be monitoring my computer. I'll be making sure I'm paying attention then. And you're welcome to send me, we can do this with voice, we can do it with just typing. I can also just do, if you want to do like a live meeting with a camera and all that too, that's fine. So even though I'm not at basis, I'm still in spirit and digitally with you, okay? So please reach out to me, okay? Hopefully I'll be there soon, but in the meantime, we'll work with what we got. And if you're not available these 2 times, Monday and Tuesday, feel free to contact me outside of that time as well, okay? Now, it might take me a little bit longer to get back to you. I might not be watching the screen to make sure all the time, but I will get back to you as soon as possible, okay? But during these periods here, I'll be carefully monitoring my Teams account, okay? And one final thing, make sure you take this home. And please have your parents sign this, okay? There's this agreement right here. So please fill that out and return it, okay? So, and again, I hope to get there very soon. I want to see all you guys in person. In the meantime, however, feel free to reach out to me either through Teams or email. And I'll get right back to you. So take care, guys, and hopefully I will see you soon. Bye.